why using cardio for fat loss might be preventing you from getting any leaner. Now, this is something that is a massive topic that isn't spoke about enough in the fitness realm. In the past, when I was going to get ready for holidays to be like shredded for the beach, I would bash cardio. I would do hill sprints at the bottom of my street. I would use the Stairmaster a lot. I would use the elliptical and the spin bike. Now, I didn't really enjoy high intense cardio. I managed to push myself through hill sprints because it was almost engaging. I felt like Rocky. And then when it came to the others, I would just do steady state, where I would watch something, listen to something, and pedal away, burning hundreds of calories, sweating my arse off, dripping with sweat. Now, several reasons why this didn't work. Why it worked, but wasn't effective. So first off is the fact that cardio becomes less effective over time. What I mean by that is, if you were to do a 5k run 3 times a week for, let's say, a couple of months, right? By the end of that couple of months, you will burn less calories from that 5k than you will when you started. Now, the reason behind that is the body adapts to what you throw at it. The body doesn't like being stressed and wants to become more efficient, more effective. So when you're doing runs, when you're doing cardio, the body doesn't really like how much energy it has to give to that thing. So it starts becoming better. Your body evolves, it becomes better, and it stops wasting as much energy to do that same thing. It's very much like if you go to the gym and lift the same weight all the time, you're not going to see muscle growth. It's only until you increase the weight, until your body doesn't know or hasn't felt that way before, it hasn't felt that stress or resistance before, does it then start to grow muscle. If you just use the same weight all the time, you wouldn't see adaptation over time. Same with cardio. Now, there's a very, very good study that covers this. A couple of years ago, researchers looked into native modern-day hunter-gatherer tribe, so people that scavenge, hunt their food, live in the wilderness, versus office workers. Now, office workers obviously sit at a desk the majority of the day. Their only real physical activity is maybe commuting to work. But then still, they're sitting in cars, they're sitting in public transport. It's not great. Whereas those hunter-gatherers are clearly active every single day. They need to hunt. They need to be resourceful. They need to scavenge the forest floor for berries. They need to tend to their crops. A lot of manual labour is required in that. What the study found is that the hunter-gatherer tribe only just burnt more calories than office workers. Now, you would think if those hunter-gatherers are running around active, hard manual labour every single day, then they would burn a lot of calories. However, that's not true. If that was true, they would die because they cannot find the amount of calories they would need to sustain that. So what does their body do? Their body becomes more efficient. Their body is able to run and work with less calories. If you think about this, when you see day labourers, guys that work in construction, they think because they've been doing manual labour every single day that they deserve to go out and get a takeaway and have a couple of pints at night, and that's fine because they're barely eating throughout the day. However, what they actually are doing is not really burning that many calories because their body's used to it, and then overindulging in calories later on with fatty foods, processed takeaways, and hidden calories that are in beer and alcohol. So, by making sure that you don't rely solely on cardio, can you then get results? So, What I mean by that is, if you are using cardio for fat loss, your cardio time has to increase. You have to push and get more time on that thing. If you start off doing 15 minutes of Stairmaster a couple of times a week, it has to go up in time or you will stagnate. And you have to realise that if you ever stop doing that cardio, that you will gain weight. Full stop. Your body needs that to stay efficient. If you ever stop doing that, it will become less efficient and the weight will come back on. So that's a massive one to consider. If you're using cardio, you're going to have to either accept the fact that you're going to gain weight, or you're going to have to do that for the rest of your life. That's why steps are so important, because steps are so easy to get in the grand scheme of things. Walking more is so easy and sustainable, whereas cardio might not be sustainable. Number 2 is use cardio alongside a calorie deficit. Track your calories and macros. That is extremely important. The only reason that cardio works is because it puts you in a deficit. Whereas if you're using a nutritional deficit as your primary source of fat loss and cardio on the side is secondary, you will see far more results. So work out your maintenance calories and drop ever so slightly back from there until you see progress. You'll hit a plateau and then drop those calories again, or increase your cardio again. Making sure the protein's nice and high, that you've got a good amount of fats that are essential, and you're mostly manipulating carbohydrates. If you do this, you use these two combinations, you can shred so much weight. I use this exact strategy, gradually decreasing calories, gradually increasing cardio, to lose 35 pounds in under 12 weeks. A massive difference. And if you do this consistently, there will have to be a reverse diet out of it. You will have to gradually increase calories, and you will have to accept that for you to be able to eat more food without getting fat and putting on body fat, you're going to have to do it slowly and focus on building muscle after. So, if your goal is fat loss, use these steps, use these strategies. They will work. It's what I've used with countless clients, it's what I use for myself. But if you are not in a rush, I would suggest maybe not doing cardio. If fat loss is the long-term life goal, start off with nutrition, increase your steps, then maybe consider cardio. Because again, if you're expecting to keep that weight off but stop the cardio, you're wrong and you'll gain it back. If you want any more advice on this, you want to learn how to implement strategies that will get you your results, or if fat loss is just phase 1 and you want to build muscle after that, then message me on Instagram, CameronShearer.coaching. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I'll be more than happy to help you with your fitness journey. I'm always looking to work with more people, more guys that are willing and ready to do the work. So have a fantastic day, implement these steps for fat loss, and you will get there.